gotta admit one thing. Sometimes I go to the grocery store and I buy way too much of everything because it all just looks so good. And I'm always left with extra tomatoes, scratching my head saying, what am I supposed to do with these? Well, if you're like me, then don't worry because I got a recipe that's so simple, so delicious, and so good, it'll be a part of your repertoire at all. This is my recipe for brown sugar roasted tomatoes. I take beautiful tomatoes and cut them open. After removing the inside, I give them a liberal seasoning and coating in oil. They're roasted on a high heat until they've reduced some in size and they've gotten super flavorful. The end result is a tomato that's perfect for adding to salads, eaten as a side dish, or the base of other dishes that require tomatoes. And of course, everything we do, it's gotta be simple, delicious, and just good food. So let's get started, alright? So first things first is I've got some tomatoes right here that look really good because every time I go to the grocery store, I just have extra tomatoes laying around. So I'm gonna grab these, and so the first thing is we're gonna get our tomatoes off of the vine, and I just want to slice them down. I'm going to slice them and arrange them on this sheet here so I can go ahead and roast those off in the oven. Now, the kind of tomato that you use, it doesn't matter. It's completely up to you what they have. Beef steak will work. You can also use plum tomatoes. Even cherry tomatoes will work for this as well. All right? So I'm giving my tomatoes a little slice, just like that. And I'm going to put them on with lots of salt and pepper and a little bit of brown sugar, a little drizzle on olive oil. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. And I got to admit, right, so I'm not really a tomato lover. I don't like tomatoes in like the raw form. I'm just not a fan. To me, it's just a tomato, right? Tomato tastes like water. But what happens is that when you roast these tomatoes down, the acid that's in the tomato comes out, the sweetness comes out, and they're fantastic, right? And so I'm also a lover of brown sugar, if you didn't know. So what I like to do with these tomatoes is I give the sweetness just a little bit of an insurance policy, right? So I'm gonna add some brown sugar, and it's gonna be fantastic. You'll notice that I've got our oven preheated to 400 degrees. This is gonna be a nice sort of quick cooking on the tomatoes. And we're gonna get them right in the oven. So a little slice, just like that. All right, tomatoes are arranged. All right, here we go. So our seasoning, right, is going to be a little bit of salt that goes on each one. I don't know where you get your tomatoes from, where I get mine from. They don't come seasoned. So a little bit of salt on each one, just like that, all right? A little bit of fresh cracked pepper, because if you don't have salt, might as well have pepper, right? Just like that. And the Italians have it right. So there's something about herbs and spices with roasted tomatoes that just make everything taste fantastic. So I'm going to throw in a little bit of a non-salted Italian seasoning on each one of my tomatoes, just like that. I can smell the basil, the thyme, the oregano, right? And this wouldn't be brown sugar roasted tomatoes without a little bit of brown sugar. So a little bit of brown sugar. I'm using the dark stuff, but if you have the light stuff, that works as well, right? Just like that. On each tomato. Look at that. And I gotta tell you, these are gonna cook down. This brown sugar is gonna caramelize. And this is going to be some good cooking. As little or as much brown sugar as you can stand, all right? And then the last thing is a little drizzle in olive oil. I mean, we're roasting, so we want the olive oil to sort of do its job. So I'm going to drizzle a little bit of olive oil on each one, just like that. Yeah, this is going to be amazing. And you can eat this with pastas, put it in salads. I'm going to show you how I'm going to eat mine, but either way, absolutely fantastic. So these are going to go into our oven that's preheated to 400 degrees. So after about 45 minutes, our tomatoes have come out of the oven, they've reduced in size. I can smell that really, really rich tomato flavor. And I know we're doing really, really good things. So let me show you how I like to eat mine, right? So I've got these tomatoes right here. I just got some toasted bread that I toasted up in a pan, a little bit of ciabatta bread and some butter. That was pork. My mouth is watering. So I'm going to come in here and I just want to get a tomato and put it right here. This is a great snack. Add some roasted shrimp, and you got a fantastic dinner. I got a little bit of balsamic vinegar, just like that, right on top. And this is what I've been waiting for right here. Check me out. You gotta try this. The tomatoes are savory. The brown sugar is caramelized. But it's super sweet. Those Italian herbs are everything. You gotta give this a try. Listen, for recipes and videos, go to my website. It's www.dariuscooks.com. Two things I gotta tell you. Food is my life, and life is my food. Until next time, I wanna wish you happy cooking. From my heart to yours.